Yep, this is All My Cool J, and welcome to a new episode that I am calling Prosthetic Apparel. If you're asking what prosthetic apparel is, then, how can I break this down? If you got fake tits, if you got a fake ass, if you wear a waist trainer, even if you wear, I'm going to consider wearing heels as a prosthetic apparel too. Yeah, because girls give guys shit when it's Tim's. So fuck it, we're throwing you there too. Weave. You know what? Basically, if you have any of that shit, this episode of this podcast today will be about that. So before I get too into it, before I indulge way too much, let me break it down. Let me slow it down, go back to the beginning. Back in the day, what you saw is what you get. Women could only do so much back then. Occasional toupee, breast implants, maybe a nose job. But you had to have money to do that. That means if you were talking to a girl, probably your mother, look at your mother, and you could go back, if they were blessed to be naturally beautiful, then that's what it was. But really pay attention to your parents, even your older siblings, like if they're like above the 30s, like pay attention to them. That's what you would get back then. Like, alright, so if they had fucked up teeth and then they have the money to do it, guess what? Their teeth are still messed up to this day. They're still in the 30s and things have changed. But that's what it really was. So if your mom has bad teeth, guess what? Your dad knew she had bad teeth, and then he said, you know what? I'm gonna look past that. Right? If your mom was bald-headed, your dad looked past that. So, and it's vice versa. Like, I can't even tell you, I'm a late 80s baby. I'm not even an early 80s baby. But, is it ladies baby? 80s baby. I'm a late 80s baby. I'm a little tongue twisted right now, but let's keep it going. Yeah. I already know because of Seinfeld, even that takes place in the 90s. But I think toupees were like the big thing. Our president right now, we know he's sporting a toupee. That shit, he has like amazing glue on that thing. Like, it's not slipping, it's not going anywhere. He goes out on the breeziest of days with like no fear in his heart. But as I was stating, back then, what you saw is what you got. So if your mom's was fat, or any of your relatives, even older people that you see now that are together with somebody, if they were big, there's a good chance they probably got big, or they were naturally big at that size and that other person overlooked it. Now fast forward to today, right? It's anything goes. These surgeries seem like it's the norm. Now we don't know what the real package is because we have advanced so much now that people can hide their flaws away. And it's crazy. Like, back then it was limited and it was experimental and it was dangerous, and now it seems like, alright, we kind of got it, we kind of know what we're doing now. And it was also high priced. I'm not gonna say it's still not high priced, but you could go to DR and enhance whatever you want for not that much money. Like, we all know people that have done this. But I'm sorry if you hear me sniffing a lot, so I have a cold, but let's keep it going. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit that you could do. Now I'm gonna run down some of the things that you could do as of this day that were kind of big things. And it's just like, okay, let's see how this goes. If you have any of these things, like, look, ladies, guys, I'm not like really throwing shots at anybody. Well, not yet. We'll get to that later. But I'm just saying, these are some of the things that people are doing that were like huge things back in the day. Like, wow, he got money or she got money. And I was just like, oh yeah, Phyllis got her tits done. It's just so normal, and it's so crazy how we normalize things like that. All right, butt shots, right? That's the newish thing. It's not really the newest thing, but yeah, butt shots. It's, fat transfers. They take the fat from your stomach, they put it in your ass. Back in the day, it was ass implants. I think they were putting silicone back there. I'm not really fucking paying attention to that shit. I'm not gonna fact check any of that. But yeah, that was the big thing. Fast forward to today, that's all the in thing. Oh yeah, this podcast was what was my inspiration for this podcast again? My inspiration for this podcast was Sheether, because Nikki and Remy are beefing, and Remy threw a line talking about those ass implant shits, because girls, the cheapos, the smart cheapos, they were getting their ass done. They were going to like third world countries to get ass shots. Some weren't even doing fat transfers yet. They were actually putting like cement or something in there, something that's not good for your body in there. Or they were getting like horrible like silicone implants, which was pretty bad, and they will explode. It'll be crazy. It's just wild. But the cheapos, well, the disappointing cheapos, well, let's see, how can I say this? They would get ass pads, right? I don't know if you guys, this happened like a month ago, if you guys know social media like that. And if you have a group chat, you always have friends that tag you and shit. But like maybe a month or two ago, a video surfaced of a girl in the club. She was like shaking her ass off, literally shaking her ass off. She was shaking her ass so hard that her butt pads, both of them, were flopping out. And I'm like, yo, how did you notice that shit was falling out? And that shit has to be embarrassing. It's horrible. That's like a girl going to the club, right? What is that shit called? Bustiers, with a bustier. That top, just the bra top, and then the paper towel is like sliding from under her bra or some shit. That's embarrassing. Like, that shit would hurt my feelings if I was a chick. That's like a guy that goes to the club and stuffs like a sock down his pants. And like he has this chick grinding on him so hard that the fucking sock slips out and it falls down his legs. That's the only thing I can think of that matches up with that experience that that girl got. And it's the least drastic, but it's still embarrassing. But hey, it's still smarter than doing what a lot of these girls have done when they went down to like these third world countries and put different shit in, and they died. If they didn't die, they exposed themselves to like horrible fucking situations where their body was rejecting whatever was inside of them, and it was just wild. Same thing goes for fake boobs. Like, same thing. Like, girls were wilding out, putting the wrong kind of silicone in their body or whatever, and they were bursting, they were popping. This shit was wild. But yeah, fake asses, butt shots, those are some of the things on this list. That's a prosthetic enhancement, because let me just run through this whole list, because it's all going somewhere. Alright, fake boobs, same thing too. It's just like, alright, it was expensive back in the day. Now it seems like, I work in an office with females. Every now and then a chick comes in with her breasts huge, knowing damn well she was an A cup and now she's a D. Like, how you gonna try to play it off like that, shorty? You bugging. Like, alright, moving on. Lipo, that's another big thing. That's been around actually for the longest too, lipo. Now, it's so achievable to get done. Like, I think it's like $7,000 to get lipo, and that's just tax money, to be honest with you. Just take your tax money, go to the lipo doctor, get in, get out. If you were really big, alright, we go back to the other places that we were at where they do fat transfers and they just put it in your ass and now you got a fat booty now. Lipo was a big thing on this prosthetic apparel. Veneers. Now, veneers bug me out because, I don't know. Veneers is a special case, but they bug me out. Now, I used to have braces. Like, I had an overcrowded mouth. So my teeth were like all jacked up, right? Went to the dentist, got braces. I was kind of a special case. I had my braces for like less than 2 years, maybe a year and a half at the most. But like, they were in and out, right? Now, if you get braces as an adult, that shit looks weird. I've seen it. Like, I've seen 40-year-olds like, you got braces? Like, damn. And I can't knock their hustle or I can't knock their status because I don't know what they were going through when they were younger. But yeah, that joint is wild, like real wild. Now we got these veneers, which is basically porcelain, which, if you don't know what porcelain is, it's like some kind of ceramic. But yeah, people now shave down their teeth, and they're fucked up teeth, if they don't have anything removed, right? They shave down their teeth to like the bare minimum, and then they glue these veneers on, and it makes them look like they have like these perfect teeth, knowing damn well they don't. And that shit is kind of scary because it's like, you really trust that thing? Like, I love my teeth. As much as I don't take care of them all the time, like, I love my teeth. Having fake teeth is fucking scary to me. But, nonetheless, that's one of the biggest things too. Like, yo, you know damn well you got fucked up teeth. You had buck teeth, you had like crooked teeth, you probably had an extra tooth on top of your mouth. You probably had an underbite, overbite, a gap, and now, because you have veneers, some of them are like easy to spot. Like, yo, you got chiclets in your mouth, and some of them aren't. And then you got the ones that are the resin ones, which is for the least wealthy, so you can't really afford the veneers. Because I think veneers are like 40 grand to get done, so that's pretty up there in price. But shit, if I had to go, I'm going with resin because I'm cheap. But fuck that. Veneers is a huge thing on my on my list that I have a problem with. We have hair transplants. I don't know if that's a big thing anymore. Like, back in the 80s, 90s, they used to make fun of it. I think they were called hair plugs. Dudes would literally go to the doctor. They would lazily remove, no, not lazily, they would remove hair from other parts of the body, right? And then they would like stick them in their head and like try to reform a new hairline, which is wild. Like, what's the name? Hair clip for men. No, hair clip for men was for like making your hair blacker. It was some shit along the lines. That shit was wild. I feel like if you're going bald, you just embrace it. It's easier to say for a man to say that than it is for women. I don't know, unless you're Amber Rose, you can really pull that shit off, that baldy, which you really can, but a lot of women can't. Since we're on this topic, we're going to weaves and toupees. Like, weaves, I don't know, it depends. Same shit as what I stated before. It's like, you gotta work with what you got with, but like, ladies be like paying $300 a bundles. I'm like, that's wild. Guys have their toupees now. They're starting to come back. Like, I'm seeing it on Instagram. They're coming back. I first seen it with this black man at the barbershop. He had like the fucking, what's it called? What would you refer to? He had the George Costanza, the shoe, fuck, what is it called? Fuck it. He had the big U in the middle, right? So this guy's at the barbershop. I'm like, yo, what is he possibly going to shape up? And homie puts on the glue in his head. I'm like, oh, right, this is interesting. And he puts like this huge afro on his head. Just that little section, this little patch, right? And he starts combing it and he starts cutting it. Next thing you know, the homie has a high top fade. That shit looked official. I wouldn't even been able to tell that it was like a toupee unless I've seen the video, because that shit looked real. And now the white boys are caught onto the game too, and they're doing the same shit too. They have their own version of their toupee, which is fucking crazy. And it looks official, and they got like super glue. I don't know what Trump has. Like, as I stated before, Trump has that shit too. And that shit looks like it doesn't move. Homie was in the pool, swimming. It wasn't like one of those, you ever seen Goodfellas, the Morty shit? When homie jumps into the pool, right, with his toupee, and then he's back at the camera all dry and shit. Like, yo, who are you lying to? These dudes is actually jumping in pools, unless that's that wild animation shit. And it's just wild. Like, it's a new day. We're gonna get back to that. Ladies, I gotta ask you a question on that shit too. We have nose jobs. What did Kylie Jenner get again? I think she got a nose job. She had a lot of shit done to her. She's one of those girls that, like, would have been single, or she would have to really work on her personality if she didn't do all the shit she did. Yeah, nose jobs, cheekbones. Yeah, that's all wild shit. Lip injections. That's basically a lot of shit that Kylie Jenner did. Now we have, like, a drastic one, two drastic ones, yeah. Some girls I've heard, and they're accusing one of the ladies that I follow on Instagram, because her fucking frame is crazy, of removing a rib to make her waist look smaller. And it's not that serious, ladies. Like, yo, you shouldn't be removing a rib. And it's not just ladies either, because I think this guy removed his rib too. I think it was Well, he removed his rib because he was a fucking weirdo, because he was trying to be a Ken doll, I believe. Like the real life Ken doll, which he doesn't look anything like. He looks extremely fucking fake. He looks extremely like plastic. So I guess in the way he kind of achieved his dreams, he's probably flat in front too. If you're gonna dedicate to be a Ken doll, you gotta fucking dedicate all the way. Don't be out here bullshitting. Also, he ties into something else. Dudes that are like really wilding out. A lot of dudes do creatine, right? Which basically makes your water go to your arms to make it look like muscle. I believe so. I don't know. I am a big person, nor do I give a shit about creatine. And now they have ab insertion, right? So if you didn't have a 6-pack before, you can get a 6-pack now. You can get a 12-pack. You can get a whatever pack. Batman has a 9-pack. Thank you, Legos movie, for letting me know. That shit was fucking hilarious. But yeah, you can get lipo, slim it down, and now you can get like a 6-pack inserted into your fucking stomach that you didn't even deserve. That's cheating. But yeah, these are a lot of the lists. Oh, fake eyelashes. Fake eyelashes are fucking scary. Ladies, stop leaving them shits everywhere. It is fucking terrifying to see fake eyelashes anywhere in the fucking house. Alright? They look like fucking caterpillars that just fucking appeared out of anywhere. Y'all gotta chill with that. Alright? Now, speaking of all these changes, I know that men can accept these changes on ladies. This is what I was tying into when I was naming all this shit. And what I said earlier. Now, ladies, can you overlook if a man has a toupee? That's what I really want to know. Like, I'm not really implying... Alright, this is for all ladies, not ladies that have all, like, some of these cosmetic changes that I just listed. These, fucking... What did I say? Prosthetic apparel. Now, ladies, can you overlook a man if he has a toupee? If he has the fucking U fucking hairline, you know, it's dead ass bald in the middle with the hair on the side, can you really overlook that if he has a toupee? Now, if you say no, you ain't shit. I'm just keeping it 100 here. Now, my pops is bald, and he could pull it off. He could pull off the bald look. So girls will look at him like, all right, whatever, we could deal with it. My pop still looks young. I think he's 50. Yeah, he's 57. He still looks young. He just has a shaved head, and he can pull it off. Some guys can't pull it off. Some guys need that toupee to pull it off. Now, the reason I say you ain't shit is not inclined to the ladies that don't have any of these. It's really inclined. All right. Now, if a lady doesn't have any of these fucking prosthetic apparels that I just listed, she doesn't have fake boobs. She occasionally wears fake eyelashes, fine. Heels, that's cheating, bitch. But yeah, it's fine. But if she got fake boobs, fucking bundles of weave, I feel that you can't say shit, because that's cheating. What your lady's doing is cheating, and you're getting mad at a man for cheating. That's fucked up. Fuck out of here. Nowadays, men are limited. If you don't believe so, our last cheat code was in '98 with Viagra. That was 19 years ago. You better let these balding men slide with their toupee upgrade. It's pretty fucked up out here in the streets. Men have yet to like really modify. Like the ab insertion, I don't see that many men running out there. Toupees, I can see men running out there for. Especially if they look fucked up out here. Now, it comes down to this. Like, would you rather your man wear a toupee and hide his baldness from you, or still be on the back of the double XL buying RX pills to make their penis bigger? I feel like, yo, the reason I say that is because, like, yo, in a man's head, I guess it's like the same thing. Like, I'm not balding, nor do I have a small penis. It's pretty good. Just letting y'all know. Throwing that out there. But, yeah. A lot of guys, they have to, like, make it up somewhere else, especially if they don't got the money. They always say broke dudes have like the best dick game. That's what all these girls are always saying. They have the best dick game. You're damn right we got the best dick game, because we need to fucking ensure that we have something with y'all. Hey, but yeah, our last achievement was really in '98, because I don't think those RX pills are working like that. I don't know why guys are even buying it fucking for today. It's pretty fucking funny. But like I was saying, if you said no to your man, he can't rock a toupee, but you're over here with fake breasts, a fake ass, fucking Brazilian, Indian, Peruvian, Cantonese. I don't know what kind of hair women get nowadays. Like, you're fucked up. You should let that man rock. He needs that shit. He needs that come up in his life. Another question is, does a beard count as an enhancement? Like, I feel that's a great question to ask. Like, what's that dude's name? Played for the Rockets. James Harden. That's the case a chick could throw up to me. It's James Harden. He needs a beard. He's fugly. Like, that clear face shit, it doesn't work. Now, if you know me and you look at my face, I can't grow a beard, so it might come off as hating. I would actually love to grow a beard, but I'm pretty decent in the face. You know, I got a mustache. I play around with that shit. But I don't know. That's a good question. It's like, would you ladies really consider that an enhancement? Like, does that mean your man's hiding like a weak cheekbone? Nah, a weak chin? Is that what he's hiding? Like, he got that glass chin, so he grows the beard? I don't know. It's a pretty good question. Now, out of all the shit I listed, nah. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna slow it down. Where do I wanna take this? Oh yeah, out of all the shit that I listed, I blame Nicki Minaj and Kim Kardashian for all the shit that's transpiring right now with the fake booties, fake tits, fucking big hips, all this wild shit, that lipo shit, chin jobs, cheek jobs, nose jobs. I'm blaming them all for that shit. And like, as I stated earlier, this podcast is inspired by Sheether, and I feel that it brought us some good subjects because this week, what's today's date today? Today's March 4th. Great day. And what can I say? Oh yeah, a picture leaked of her like 2 days ago, throwback picture, like before she got the butt job. She looked like she was still living in Southside Jamaica, Queens, taking these pictures. She probably took those pictures for Remy Ma because they used to be together back in the day. Don't quote me on that. I ain't say shit, but that's what it really is. So a lot of this shit is fucking inspired by them. And it's just like, yeah, they're the first people that I really remember with like fake butts, and then girls ran out to get these fake butts. And a lot of them were cheapos, and a lot of them did die. But yeah, I really blame them for it because it's glamorized. It's all over the place. They got the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Nicki Minaj is always trending, especially now since she's getting her ass whipped by Remy. But like, when we look at these girls, like, yo, these are the girls that have it. And don't get me wrong, a couple of times I look at Nicki Minaj's ass. So lately I'm looking at it like, yeah, there's something wrong with your ass. But back in the day when she dropped that Anaconda video, I was like, damn, Nicki Minaj's ass looks crazy. But yeah, this podcast was inspired by them. I kind of like blamed them, even though it was happening before them, but I kind of blamed them for like putting it out there on like a bigger scheme of things. And it's just like, all right, cool. But yeah. Now we're getting back to that picture that we were just talking about. I was talking about, imagine like back in the days, AOL days. I don't know if it happened way back in the days. I don't know if it happened with the mailing service. Like, yeah, if you're older than me, if you're in your 30s, mid-30s, or 40s, let me know if you're listening to this. Do you used to like take Polaroids of yourself and mail that shit to your man? Like what do they call it? Pen pals? Was that like a thing back then? Was catfishing going on way back then with that? Please let me know. But yeah, this is all these enhancements is upgraded catfishing. It's wild now. Like the person that you see now might not be the person that's directly the person that they were before. And what I mean by that is, now, right now she might have ass, hips, tits, and all this good shit. She might have fucking straight teeth and all that and whatnot. But she might have not always looked like that before, and it makes you kind of question the person you're with. I gotta see back in the day pictures. I gotta see teenager pictures. Be like, oh shit, she used to have an overbite. She could have went to the doctor. Nah, she had a flat ass. Where'd she get this shit from? But now it's upgraded catfishing. Now dudes are quick to wife these chicks without knowing any real background, and next thing you know, 6 months later, 10 years later, 12 years later, you're wondering why your daughter looks really fucking weird, but you still gotta love her because that's your kid. And then you're looking at the mom like, yo, you ain't shit, you lied. Or you're looking at the dad like, yo, you ain't shit, you lied, you knew your teeth were fucked up, and that you had bad fucked up teeth genes, and you're over here passing it off like a dick because you got veneers on. But yeah. But that's like a whole other thing too. That's real scary. You don't know the person you're getting now. That Forrest Gump line is fucking true now. It's like, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You're just gonna have to accept the person. And like, let's just be honest, the person that you were talking to, that had the body, you didn't fucking really get with them because they had a good personality. You just saw what you liked. And this is the way the world works. But yeah, this is upgraded catfishing. Also, I want to know, is catfishing still a thing? Like, I know they have that TV show, but I feel like it would be harder these days due to IG Live, FaceTime, Skype, all these crazy things. Like, is it really like a huge thing? Because I know back in the day, AIM and AOL days, chicks used to front like a picture of their cute friend. They send it to you. They used to front and throw other pictures at you, and it's just like, all right. And then some guys would go on that journey, that adventure. They would go out of state. I know I've did it once, twice, 3 times. Let's not get into that. Some of them were like, all right, I could work with it. Some of them were like, nah, that's not me. And then I gotta change my screen name, my username, my number, all that crazy shit I had to do. But let's not get into that. But yeah. Dudes used to take these journeys, and I gotta get like a group of fellas to talk about this shit, about that journey that guys used to take out of state to the next borough, from Long Island to the Bronx, you know, shit like that, to meet a girl, and that's not who they really are. I'd be tight. I don't know how dudes didn't catch cases off that shit. I'm just saying, catfishing has to be harder, and the reason I say that is because there are some girls that have gotten exposed on Instagram. They look real fucking amazing in pictures, but there's Photoshop now. And then they drop their live video, and we're just like, who the fuck are you? Nah, you're not the same person. Like, nah, I refuse to believe it. You better stop playing. But yeah, it's real out here. But it just really brings me down to thinking like, kind of like the moral of the story to me is, right, the moral of the story today, however I want to phrase it, however I want to put it right now, is that how can you be someone else if you can't keep it real with yourself? Like, do you think your life would be more different if you didn't enhance half of this shit? Do you think you would have that guy right now that you're probably with if you didn't have a fat ass? Do you think he would have got to know you better if you didn't have fake tits? Guys, do you think she would even give you the time of day if you didn't have that toupee on? Like, yo, for real, these are all great things to ask. Do you think she would give you the time of day if you had fucked up teeth? Oh, that's what I almost forgot, because I was about to wrap this up. Back in the day, I know it had to be harder for women. Like, an ugly chick, yeah, you're gonna struggle. But ugly dudes are winning. Like, I want to, yo, for real, from the facts, hearing this from an OG right here, I ain't the prettiest dude in the fucking spot. But listen, ugly dudes be winning. Especially back then. It was even easier back in the day. Because back in the day, all you had to do was dress nice. If you dress nice, you look clean, you smell good, you could probably bag that chick. Now, it depends how long you've been working over. It could be from 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, 5 years. It could be even 20 years, all right? Because at the end of the day, if you had a great personality as an ugly dude and you still dress well, had some ambition, you could have been that last branch that she grabs onto before she goes down, after she gets dogged down and all that other crazy shit where she gets cheated on, she has 3 kids. Not that you really want that, but you can still take that down and it still counts as a win, right? But yeah, ugly chicks, they had to struggle. Now, if you were an ugly chick and you did all these enhancements, alright, cool, but you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do later. But yeah, that shit was wild. But like as I was stating before, if you didn't think that the person you're with right now, if you couldn't have gotten them in the previous state that you were in before all these fucking prosthetic apparels, enhancements, fucking upgraded catfishing that I'm mentioning right now, if you feel that you couldn't get that man like that now, then do you? I'm sorry. Like, this wasn't me like body shaming, or am I body shaming? Can I call it body shaming? Because a lot of it's fake. Is this plastic shaming? Paper or plastic? I don't know. But yeah. I'm not really trying to shame anybody. It's just a subject that I feel I had to talk upon because it was a real subject. And it's just wild to think. It just really opened my fucking mind. Like, yo, there's a lot of changes that took place. And everything's not the same as it used to be. Like, back in the day, it was just different. And now we're here, I guess. We not really evolve. It's not really evolving because we're fucking doing this. Evolution takes place naturally. And we're doing this shit unnaturally. Not that every chick's supposed to have a fat ass and big tits. But, yeah. It's just wild. And that's a good ass question that I just asked. If someone else, if you feel that you couldn't be, what was the question? I'm sorry, I'm fucking this up. How can you be with someone, what's the question? Let me see. I'll get it. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit struggling right now. How can you be someone else if you can't keep it real with yourself? Or how can you be with somebody else when they don't know your real self, your true self? Maybe it takes years. Maybe some people adjust, some people don't. You might get traded up. Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, it's a great question to ask. Like my experience, like I'm big, and I got down to a reasonable size. I think I dropped down to 180 pounds, and I look decent. Girls was feeling me. But I really just couldn't care, because I was still pulling chicks as a big person, and I'm big now, and I can still pull chicks. And I feel like the girls that were talking to me when I lost weight, it was just like shallow shit. And it was just like, alright, cool, thanks. Get away from me now. But I don't know, that's the same thing I feel right now. Like, the way girls do these like enhancements is the same way I feel about losing weight right now. Like, am I really into it, or am I doing it because, well, I should be doing it because it's a healthy thing to do, but am I doing it because people want me to do it, because so I can look better, or do I want to do it for myself, which is a tricky question in myself. Triple entendre, don't ask me how. But yeah, it's just wild shit. This has been Prosthetic Apparels. Hopefully you enjoy. Maybe you'll question some shit. If you have any of these things that I mentioned, I'm not really talking about fake eyelashes and heels and any of the other shit. Like, if you wear, like, ladies, if you wear like weaves, don't OD with it, I'm just saying. But like butt pads, just embrace your little ass. If you got a push-up bra, embrace that shit. I'm just saying, it's better to embrace your little boobs than to be out there with like toilet paper. Nah, girls don't do that shit anymore. They got the water bras now. Girls be thinking they slick. Or they got the shit that I just seen this week. What's that girl with the big boobs? She was fronting. She's an asshole. She's clearly a fucking double D. And she's out here promoting this fucking bra that helps girls with smaller chests look like they have a chest. She's fucked up for that. Yeah, if you got all this shit, embrace your fucking body. I think finding somebody that's like, doesn't have anything with them, like doesn't have any of these enhancements with them, is fucking rare. Like, nowadays, like, girls try to get rid of everything. Like we know what the human body looks like. We know what cellulite. Girls are supposed to have cellulite, stretch marks. Shit, I have stretch marks. I know what the deal is. It's just, I guess I feel it's a little bit more acceptable with men. But like, yeah, it's just, you know, embrace yourself. That's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. Like, you don't want to be in a situation with somebody and then it's just awkward because they don't know who the real you are. They're just attracted to your physical and not your internal side. It's just wild. But yeah, this has been Prosthetic Apparel. I am on my Cool J. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, like, share. Peace.